There we go. Got it.
Hello, Barboach.
Alright, wasn't expecting us to run a Barboach. But here we are.
Yeah.
Alright, so, welcome back everyone. So, while you were gone, we were, doing this.
Yeah. Took us like 6 minutes to actually get the Pokemon that we wanted.
just attacking it, but I guess a Sweet Kiss if you want to, like, make it damage itself a little bit.
Yeah. Mwah. So, welcome back to the Nuzlocke. I'm the Comic Foil.
I'm the Green Scorpion.
We now have 5, count them, 5 gym badges. So, I thought, did you put yourself to sleep? What? Just confused. Okay.
Maybe not a dust
I
ball.
don't know why I just picked the first ball that was in my pocket. Thinking about too many things at once.
Okay, so like it's trying to use like the sleep snore strat, I guess.
It seems to think it's asleep and it's not.
Well, it kind of like, I don't know what just happened.
It rested, but then it wasn't really asleep, and I don't know why.
That was weird.
Okay.
No, I think what happened is that, like, you confused it, but then it successfully used rest, but then it didn't because its HP was full.
Oh, so it canceled the move.
Yeah, basically. Alright, so, Barboach. It coats its entire body with a slimy fluid so it can squirm and slip away if grabbed. So, got a nickname for a Barboach?
Man, I don't.
Well, what is it? It's a female.
Yeah.
So, may have to think about this for a little bit, so give us a minute, guys.
Okay, this one took me a while. I didn't have any Barboach names.
Like this one's tough. Like, what kind of references do you make with Wishcash?
Yeah, with like a loach. I guess like hurtful things about it being a catfish, but I'm going to name her Chrissy.
Oh?
After Chrissy Watkins, who is a character from the classic blockbuster Jaws.
Oh!
We see
okay,
her.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, she's in like one of the first scenes of the movie, very, very famous scene. So, Chrissy.
All right, yeah, I'm down with this.
But we're gonna send it in the box.
Yeah, that's fine for now. We have Nishiki, who is like the superior water type at this point.
Water serpent.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like if it comes down to it, that we have to use Chrissy in the wake of us losing Quagsire.
Yeah.
What did we name it again?
Monty.
Monty, yeah. In the wake of us losing Monty, you know.
I probably would have named it Monty if I hadn't already used that for Quagsire.
Yeah.
Because Uncle Monty had, like, the big mustache.
Mustache.
Or for a girl, then I would have named it Josephine after Aunt Josephine from A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Ah, okay.
But,
yeah, so if you go to the left, you'll be able to find the place.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. All of your Pokemon are healed up, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Right?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. We have a level cap of 39 now for Byron.
Yeah.
I know we don't follow those too closely, but...
Like, we're at least trying to like, kind of adhere to it a little bit, so... Hello.
Hi.
Who are you?
I think she's just here to tell us about water.
I asked my boyfriend to meet me here on Route 218, but he's nowhere to be seen. Alright, so we got Route 218 here. Let me pull this up so that we know what we're running into.
Well, I guess there's nothing for it, though, but to surf. We're gonna end up surfing one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few possible outcomes here, but from surfing specifically... Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get something new here.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think? What do you see?
If while we're surfing, we're either going to run into a Tentacool or a Wingull.
Oh, both cool choices.
Both good choices, actually. Like, don't underestimate Wingull and Pelipper. Like, they can actually be pretty devastating if you don't know what you're doing.
Okay, this seems to be a mostly water area, so I am going to make some changes to my lineup.
Keep in mind, there is grass on the other side of that river, and in that grass, we can either find Floatzel, Mr. Mime, Wingull, or if you're so interested, Shellos.
Have been wanting a Shellos.
Yeah, there's a slightly higher chance of running into Shellos than Wingull. But again, we will have an opportunity. We will likely have an opportunity to find those two somewhere down the road anyway. But either way, we got some good choices here. We can either go for the Shellos and like use a repel in the water and like go to the grass, or we can aim for the Tentacool or the Wingull in the water. But the thing is, like, if we go on the other side of the grass, we have a chance of running into a Wingull there too.
I just want to see one thing first. I want to go to Sangen Town.
Okay.
And see if there's a place to swim there, because then we could possibly eliminate Tentacool.
That's a good point.
Oh,
no, this is for 219.
219. What? Where does this even lead?
Do you want me to check? Oh yeah, this leads to a new area. That's post game stuff. I will say that. However, there are 2 routes here. There's 3 routes actually. There's 219, 220, and 221.
Okay.
If you want to like maybe go on a little bit of a water excursion.
Yeah. Let's fill out our teams a little bit more.
There are trainers here. Keep that in mind.
Okay, walk in front of me. Thank you.
I actually don't know what level these guys are at. But we're about to find out.
I'm hoping they're not like level 40s.
Yeah, seriously though. And this guy's starting out with a Shellos.
Oh, I remember now. This used to lead to the old Pokemon World transfer place where you would transfer Pokemon from the older games.
29. Okay, we're good here. Yes, but in this situation, it leads to something regarding the legendaries. It's like this new park area where you can, using certain items that you can collect, you can spawn the legendaries from other generations. And that's also where that event involving Giratina happens.
Cool.
It's actually a really cool event, too. Like, they straight up make a Pokemon boss fight.
Awesome. Okay, maybe we can do that as, like, bonus.
Yeah, like, something as a bonus. But yeah, like, I remember fighting that thing. Is like, oh, nuts. This thing is actually pretty powerful, and I can't catch it. I have to kill it. So it's actually kind of sick.
I'd like to see more things like that with, like, Pokemon boss fights. I know Arceus got into that a little bit.
Yeah, Arceus, however, did it quite uniquely in that, like, you actually have to, like, dodge its actual attacks yourself before you can actually throw a Pokemon out on time for you to actually like start doing some damage.
Meryl.
I like Meryl.
I love Meryl.
I'm not too big on Azumarill, I'll admit, but it's a fine enough, like, you know, line.
I like Azumarill a lot. That was one of my best Pokemon when I used to play competitive.
Azumarill's pretty good, actually.
Because you can, I would dump speed.
Yeah.
In favor of attack and HP.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it would be kind of too slow, but then I would teach it Aqua Jet.
Yep.
So it wouldn't matter that it was slow, it would hit really hard, and it has huge power, so it hits even harder.
Huge power is an ability.
Yeah.
Speaking of abilities that are, like, bonkers, especially when you, like, exploit the way Pokemon works, who remembers Nidoking with Sheer Force and Life Orb?
I've run that Nidoking before.
That is busted, man. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, that's a good one. Of course, Wonder Guard is, I think, the most famous, like, weird ability.
Yeah, that is, what's his face?
Shedinja,
yeah. So yeah, we got some new stuff that we can discover here. You should be able to run into those guys without, like, you know, triggering double.
What do we got here?
Ether.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna find some treasures here as well that we can utilize somewhere down the line.
I like the different effects they use for starting battles. Like, that one was kind of more watery.
Remoraid. The gun. Look out, she's got a gun.
Revolver Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot.
You know, that actually would be, like... So there's this one conversation I've, like, been wanting to have just, like, as a silly idea.
Yeah.
But, if... Like, just something to, like, to help us, like, pass the time while we're doing this. Pick a character from a fictional setting, and in our case, we're going to be talking a lot about, you know, video game characters.
As we do.
Who would their ace Pokemon be?
Okay.
So, since we got on Ocelot here. I feel like his ace would be Inteleon.
That's the first thing I thought of too. Yeah,
Because
he
I
does
was like,
finger guns.
Yeah, he's a secret agent finger guns character. Like the thing is, Inteleon would be like the main like guy for a lot of characters. Like, take the TF2 sniper, he would use Inteleon. Take the End, he would probably actually no, the End would use like a bird.
Yeah, he would have Chatot.
Like Chatot, yeah, probably Chatot. Oh my god, like imagining the End with a Chatot would like that's like very wholesome now that I think about it.
Like if the End was in the Pokemon world, his parent would just be a Chatot.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else? Like, what's like you pick one.
Okay. So if Princess Zelda had a Pokemon, what was a Pokemon trainer, what do you think her ace would be?
Is it too easy to say Gardevoir?
No, I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't really have one in mind.
Yeah, like, I imagine they'd probably be Gardevoir, to be honest. Like, mage character, kind of fits the whole princess archetype, super magically inclined.
Okay, yeah.
Now that's my thought.
I was thinking it would have, like, maybe something like a Bisharp or something that was more of a, like protector, more of a, like, counter, like a counterpoint to what Zelda does.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I guess I was going more for theming type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pokemon that's like her. Gardevoir.
Let's stick with Zelda here. What about Link?
I think... I've been asked this before, and I've said before I think Link would have an Arcanine.
Really? Why an Arcanine?
I think it's a brave Pokemon. I think it's easy to ride. It would be a great traversal thing. It has, like, things at its disposal that Link can't normally do, like the fire. It gets into some of his, like, wolf-type things from Twilight Princess. I could see a Breath of the Wild game where Arcanine was a mount.
Oh, that would be cool. I went in a completely different direction because, like, for me, if I were to choose a Pokemon for Link, going with the whole, like, I imagine he would have a grass type, going with the whole, like, warrior type aspect, but, like, besides swords, he's also known for archery, and making the Kepra-Gebra connection. I imagine he would have a Decidueye.
Could see that. The power of defeated giants infuses this plate.
What was that plate? Splash plate! Okay, cool. But yeah, I imagine Link would run a Decidueye.
I can see it.
Okay, like, keeping with the theme there, what about Ganondorf?
My mind goes immediately to Emboar.
There's Wingull.
And here is our Wingull. So...
Alright, so we'll continue this conversation in a moment. What do we got here? We got a level 23. Poison Sting!
Gonna paralyze it first, actually.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, I forgot she knows Stun Spore. He knows Stun Spore. Nice work. Yeah, that's actually true, because then you won't be able to poison it with a Poison Sting.
Yeah.
Good call. Ow.
Got nothing, Wingull.
Yeah, give it another one, and then you should be able to catch it with a net ball. What's good about this is that this eliminates Wingull from the equation for the next route.
Yeah.
So then you can either get Tentacool or Shellos, whichever one you want. Awesome.
Very nice.
Alright, so we got a Wingull here. It makes its nest on steep sea cliffs. Riding updrafts, it soars to great heights. So, we need a nickname for a male Wingull.
Alright, this one I had in mind already. I'm a really big fan of the show Firefly, which sadly only ran for one season. But the pilot of their ship, the Serenity, the pilot's name was Wash. I forget what his full name was. It was like something Washburn, but they all called him Wash.
Okay, I like that.
He was the pilot. His catchphrase was, "I am a leaf on the wind," when he'd like be flying.
Oh, okay, cool.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'm down for this. Send it to the box for now, I suppose. Alright, so yeah, that's our encounter for Route 210.
I'm gonna switch Jack out because Just running out of move space already.
Yeah, go for Aerith. It's up to you, actually.
I'm gonna go for Biggs.
Alright, Biggs is fine. But yeah, so we can catch 3 Pokemon in this because we have 210, 211, and 212.
Wow. Don't we... Have we never been to 211 or 212 before?
No, according to the map. Like, there was no way we could have.
I'm skeptical.
I mean, if you want to check the map after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the conversation, yeah, Ganondorf would absolutely run Emboar. Like, no questions asked. Like, that's a very him Pokemon. Alright, so, I don't know, who else do you want to go with?
Okay, well, if Ike from Fire Emblem had a Pokemon, what do you think it would be?
Oh, that's a good question. See, this can go in one of 2 directions. Either a Pokemon that, like, is kind of like him, or a Pokemon that can...
Be useful to him.
Or maybe emulate someone else that, he's really close to. Freaking... Trying to think, Because, like, what's a very Soarin' Pokemon? Because, like, my immediate thought was a Scavalier, but I don't think he would run a Scavalier.
No, that's, like, too... knightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe Ike would also have, like, a beast that follows him or something, like a Pyroar or a...
Check your map real quick, by the way.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's 220.
Okay, that sounds better.
Yeah, so 210, 220, and 220, or 2... Check the map again, I'm sorry.
It was 220 and 221.
Okay. Bottle of Carbos.
Okay,
if you want, you can probably, like, you're gonna have to turn around anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, never mind, go ahead. Okay, don't.
Yeah, let me
go
do
to
this
the top
first.
one. Okay, there we go. Ike. I'm trying to think. Because he's like the Vanguard. He's a Vanguard, right?
Yeah.
Bastiodon?
Ooh. Oh, big shield standing in front of him.
Yeah. He sends forth Bastiodon, he tanks everything, and then comes in and takes the kill himself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine he might run a Bastiodon.
That's neat. I like it.
Okay. See, also, Bastiodon is just a very Fire Emblem Pokemon. Like, he's a fortress.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Okay.
Name's it Gatry.
Yeah, that's good. I'm actually going to follow up with the Fire Emblem characters here. What kind of Pokemon would Micaiah run?
See, there my first thought is to find something that's like Yune, so to like just give her like a little like fletchling or something.
I can see that, yeah.
But if I was trying to make her into an actual like powerful trainer, then probably some kind of like powerful fairy type.
Probably. You know what? Given her connection to, like, the gods, quote-unquote, like, her connection to Yune and everything, I'm trying to think, is there, like, a Pokemon that, like, has a godly connection of some kind? Like, I don't want to say, like... Can legendaries count here?
I think if it's somebody who you feel like would be able to catch a legendary, like Micaiah, like, was, you know, the vessel for a goddess, so, like...
Yeah, go for Aerial Ace, I think you're fine. Yeah, because in that case, she'd probably run a Celebi.
Huh, interesting, yeah.
Yeah, Celebi is small, kind of, like, has that same, like, you know, kind of companionship level as Yune would. And, you know, Micaiah kind of has that magical goddess connection, so does Celebi in a way.
Yeah.
So I think she would use Celebi.
I can see it.
Did you miss?
It's taking me a few hits.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it is Gyarados. Like, this thing actually does...
Yeah.
Is pretty strong. Got some good experience out of that, though. But... moving on to another... I guess we'll, like... See,
if it was Sora from Kingdom Hearts, he would have a Klefki.
Is this a new route?
No.
Okay, no, not yet. Yeah, speaking of which, like, I'd like you to, like, check the map after this real quick.
Okay.
Because I want to double check on something.
Alright.
So let's take care of this real quick.
Squid.
You're not a kid, bro. Get out of here.
Would the Inklings have a Tentacool? I think the Inklings would have, like, a Smeargle or this new, like, Graphi Eye.
Huh. You know, like, okay, so, like, there's the 210. Go up. Right there. That little area right there is 219.
Yeah, we got...
Did we... No, we got Wingull on 210, didn't we?
I can double check this quick. Wait, if I
go to your Pokemon. Go to boxes. And there's Wingull.
Check summary. Okay, thank goodness, because I just killed that Tentacool.
Exactly.
That would have been our 220.
You know that little beach area? We can go back there later. Yeah, we can go back there later. Let's go to 221 and just, like, get that one first.
Okay.
And then, like, we can fly back to hometown.
Get it on our way back.
And then just go to that beach area.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I think Staraptor is getting a little weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, going back to the Inklings, I don't know, there's a few directions you can go with the Inklings. My immediate thought was actually Malamar. Inkay and Malamar.
I could see that a lot too, yeah.
And then there's the Octolings, which, you know, I want to say Octillery.
Yeah, here's the thing with Inklings and Octolings, is that I don't want to give them a water type, because water is actually extremely dangerous.
That's true.
To them.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so this is perfect. The Inklings would have Malamar, which is a Dark Psychic, and the Octolings would have Graplocked, which is Fighting type.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. See, that's a good distinction you just made. Cool.
Alright, works for me.
What about Samus?
Ooh.
There's a few directions you can go with Samus.
Yeah. So you have, like, a little Joltik that, like, hangs out in her suit, and then when she needs to, like, turn the security off in a door, she deploys it, and it, like, eats the power out of...
Oh my god. See, that's really cool, too, because, like, Joltik kind of also shares that distinction with the Metroids.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks.
Yeah, it's a little parasite.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it's a tick.
And obviously, like, yeah, I can totally see, like, you know, I can totally see Samus utilizing an electric type, especially because we have, Subspace Emissary, and her and Pikachu are apparently best friends.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows Samus and Pikachu are tight.
Oh, wait a minute! Going back to the Smash Brothers logic for a moment, Zelda would use Mewtwo because they're best friends as well.
They are best friends! She wouldn't use Mewtwo, they would work together.
They would, because, like, here's the thing about Psychic-type Pokemon, or a lot of them in Pokemon, right? However smart you think you are, these Pokemon are actually that smart, alright?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I don't like the stockpiling you're doing.
Yeah, that's annoying. Mario?
So Mario,
Again, Mario's just a guy.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Like, you could try and, like, think of something that's, like, good for like similar to Yoshi. You
yeah,
try and
maybe.
think of something for him to ride, or...
Tyrant and Tyrantrum? It's also red.
Yeah.
See, I can see that now that I think about it. He would probably run a Tyrantrum.
I definitely never had that thought before, that Mario would run a Tyrantrum.
You could also say Charizard, because basic bitch, and red with fire. Yeah, maybe he would run a Charizard.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here.
That's funny to me, because now in Mario Odyssey, he can, like, turn into a, like, actual T-Rex.
Yeah, that's true,
So there's something
actually
really funny about that to me.
That is true.
So I'm gonna yes and you here and say yes.
And
Mario can have a Tyrantrum.
Sure. See, Luigi is a little bit easier. He would have a ghost type of some kind.
What's a ghost type that isn't very scary?
That's a good question, because all of them are kind of, like, deviously, like... They all get scary once you read their Pokedex entries. That's the thing. But if we're talking a Pokemon ghost type that's not that scary, that can fit Luigi...
What if he had a Morlul because it's a mushroom and it glows in the dark, so it would be his nightlight?
Well, wouldn't it... Oh my god, it's not even a ghost type, and I love that fits. He would run a Shiinotic, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see Luigi running a Shiinotic.
Okay.
If we were talking ghost type, my other thought is maybe Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist.
Yeah, that would also work.
I think that, like, kind of fits the whole Halloween theme that we got going on with, like, Luigi's Mansion and whatnot, so I can see him using Gourgeist. Princess Peach.
See, I could also see Shiinotic for her, too.
I could, yeah. Like, if we're talking mushrooms here, yeah, she would probably use, either Morlul or Shiinotic. I don't want to take the other route and say that she would use Fungus and Amoongus.
No, they're too, like... They're a little too, like, dark. I mean, they're not dark types, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
They're like, too villainous.
Huh. Yeah, I guess she would use Shiinotic. Like, that's the best thing I can think of. Like, if we were going into the more princess aspect... honestly, I can't think of one. I can also see her using, like, Woobat and Swoobat for, like, the heart theming.
I could see that, yeah, and have somebody to, like, you know...
Also, this Whiscash is getting annoying.
Yeah, I think
you may want to have to switch to Jack.
Probably because I'm out of Dazzling Gleams.
That is Disarming Voice.
I mean, Disarming Voices. But Jack is out of...
Is Jack out of Giga Drains?
Yeah, that's why I stopped using him.
Oh, mother Pfeiffer. Ugh.
I'm gonna go with Biggs, because
I think we're good
avoid
here.
the ground-type moves, and...
Yeah, because this is getting annoying, man.
I think I'm gonna fly back to town then after this.
Sounds good. We need to heal up. What about Daisy?
Daisy, I think, would have something much, like, sportier. Also, keep in mind she's from Sarasa Land, which is a lot of desert.
That's true. Like, the thing is, like, my immediate thought was flowers.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. It's not sporty enough, but I want to say Florges.
What about Maractus?
She would use Maractus!
Yeah.
It's bubbly, it's fun, it's a cactus with flowers. Yeah, she would use Maractus. Okay, I'm gonna give you that one. That's good.
They dance together.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna be a moment here, guys. We're just gonna go back to town, rest up, and we'll catch that Pokemon on 219.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Alright,
Tentacool.
there's the Tentacool.
Awesome. Nuzzle's not gonna kill it, is it? Oh wait, no, you're using...
Oh yeah, I put her in front again. Him in front again.
Yeah, we keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Poison Stings and Stun Spore should do just fine here.
Start with Stun Spore.
Awesome.
Tentacles are good.
Yeah. Dude, I ran a competitive Tentacool. Like, that was just so much fun to use. Boink. Please don't confuse. Good. So, a couple Poison Stings, and you should be able to, like, bring it down plenty. Yeah, Jack's been super useful throughout this entire run, but I find it funny that he's only really been useful because of one move.
Giga Drain is so good, especially
really
in Nuzlocke.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, while we're working our way here to Tentacool, like, to catch Tentacool, oh geez, what other characters are there?
Well, I got a whole pile of amiibos to your right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, like... You have this, like, amazing collection here. Oh, man, okay. Joker. Persona 5's Joker.
Whoa, alright.
Maybe think about that in a moment, because we got a Tentacool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna think about that for a moment myself, because, like, ooh, that's a big one now that I think about it. Its body is mostly composed of water. It shoots strange beams from its crystal-like eyes. So, what do we got for a Tentacool? Female.
Okay, I'm going to Here, I want to check spelling, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so one of my favorite animated shows, actually, is the show BoJack Horseman.
Ooh.
And there's a character on that show named Sarah Lynn, since we're dealing with a female character here. And if you just, like, look at how she's dressed, you might kind of see what I mean. She's got this kind of, like, poison aesthetic to the way she dresses.
Okay.
This one is just kind of like a color connection sort of thing. It's just kind of a vibe I'm getting.
Hey, no, that's fine. I'm down with this. Alright, so we got Sarah Lynn, the Tentacool. Sweet. So, oh god, now I gotta think about this. Joker,
My mind went to Meowstick because I started thinking about cats because of Mona.
That's true.
And then it's a psychic cat.
Oh, okay.
Joker goes into people's brains.
Yeah, see, I was trying to find maybe a connection with Arsene.
Okay.
So, what is a very... Roserade!
Oh, Roserade would be nice. They would look good together.
Yeah, okay, I think Joker would use Roserade. So, there you go.
Alright.
I was like, what is a very thief-like Pokemon?
Yeah.
And I was like, the answer's right there in front of us. Not the Pachirisu, obviously, but, like, Mask, very Masquerade-esque, very, like, slick and, like, you know, like, has a thief aesthetic. Yeah, he would use a Roserade. They even have coats! They have matching coats!
It wouldn't be his ace, but also, Thievul I would throw in there.
Yeah.
From Gen 8.
Thievul? Oh yeah, Thievul, because, like, that's the whole, like, you know, Guy Fawkes type aesthetic. I can imagine him also using Weavile.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Okay, how about Isabelle? Isabelle from Animal Crossing.
Aw, Isabelle is a treat.
Who does she need helping at the community center?
The funny thing is, like, I can imagine Mr. Mime, because Mr. Mime is, like a very helpful Pokemon.
Yeah,
but no, I don't think she would use Mr. Mime.
Like Mimey from the anime.
Yeah, something along those lines.
I could see, like, an Indeedee or one of those kinds of things.
You know what? I think she would use Indeedee. I think that's a great choice, now that you mention it.
And she would treat them like equals.
Absolutely. Like to her, Indeedee is not a butler or a maid. They're a partner.
Yeah, they're co-workers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Isabelle would use Indeedee. Okay. You know, since we were talking about Mario characters earlier, what about Bowser? Bowser would use, like, this big, bulking bruiser of a Pokemon for his, like, ace.
I mean, if you want a Pokemon that is similar to Bowser, you have Turtonator.
I was thinking Turtonator. I was also thinking Torterra.
Both good. And Blastoise, he would just get, like, all the big turtle Pokemon.
He would.
He'd be like, yeah, look at these guys.
Not like that. I imagine that, like, instead of, like, going with a typing or, like, anything like that, he would go with the theme of, like, these big, bad turtle Pokemon that, yeah, right here's my posse.
I just got this funny picture in my head of Bowser Jr. with a Bronzong, but the Bronzong's upside down, and he's riding in it.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Thunder Wave!
We don't really need it if we have
That's
Nuzzle.
True, we have Nuzzle. Like, Nuzzle's 100% accuracy, and it does damage.
Yeah. Yeah, unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you fought that trainer. Sweet. I'm trying to think.
Shovel Knight could have an Excadrill.
Shovel Knight would... See, that's the funny thing, because you can also make the connection to Mole Knight.
Yeah. And they would have competing Excadrills.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can see Shovel Knight using Excadrill. Shield Knight would use... Shield Knight could also use, Bastiodon, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Like, she would run Shieldon and Bastiodon. What about Simon Belmont? Like, I imagine Simon would want a Pokemon that can deal with the dark arts.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, deal with, like, monsters and stuff like that. Why do I want to say... No, not quite.
For some reason I thought of Aromatisse, but I don't really like that.
Huh. Yeah, nah, I don't think he would use Aromatisse.
That's a weird Pokemon for you to have.
Metachan.
Okay, we're gonna go into L'Oreal.
Yeah, that's a good call. Huh, I don't know what Simon... Like, I didn't even think about it, but, like, I'm trying to think, what would Simon use? Is there a Pokemon that's, like, very holy? Because he uses a lot of holy weapons.
What if we embrace the dark aesthetics just a little?
You just use Moonlight.
Shoot. Okay, well, I did have damage, so I'll heal it out.
Okay.
What if we embraced the spooky aesthetic a little bit?
Okay.
And one of his times to Dracula's castle, he caught a Phantomp and trained it up into a Trevenant. And its fingers are literally oak stakes.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I like that. Okay, I see what you're getting at. Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, because the other thought I had is maybe a Steel-type Pokemon. Is there a Steel Ghost type? Oh, yeah, Aegislash.
Yeah.
I don't think he would use Aegislash.
No, he very specifically is not a sword guy, so I don't want to give him Aegislash.
No. Yeah, I think I'll settle. I think I'll settle with Trevenant. I could see that idea. Trying to think. All right, what about Min Min?
Ooh, Min Min.
Yeah, I'm realizing the difficulty with that one now that I just mentioned it.
I think Min Min would have somebody who helped in the kitchen or, like, gave some sort of supply, like a Parasect or something like that. Like,
ooh, okay.
Like, would, like, forge mushrooms for her, or, like...
Okay, here's 221, so we can run into a new Pokemon here if we wanted. Protein. Alright.
Could you look up what's on 221? Because I don't even know if there's more, like, water-type Pokemon for us to get from surfing.
Well, there's a Pelipper.
Yeah, but Dupe's Claws.
Yep. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna look up 221. In the meantime, we're gonna deal with this Pelipper here.
Okay, I guess there's grass over here.
Yep. So yeah, this leads into that area I was talking about earlier, that, like, is post-game stuff, but we can at least run into something here. And thanks to the Dupe's Claws, we will be able to run into one particular Pokemon that's been evading us this entire time. Might take a little bit, though, because it is Shellos and Gastrodon, which are 10% chance to run into them here. So, okay. At the very least, we'll be able to, we'll be able to, like, go around and, like, collect any treasures around here. Plus, these are level 28 Pokemon here, so this is a good chance to get some experience.
If Sonic the Hedgehog had a Pokemon...
Why do I want to say Togedemaru?
Because it can roll up into a ball.
Yeah, here we go. The other thought I had was Sandslash.
My thought actually was Floatzel, because Sonic has trouble with swimming.
Ah, he would run a Floatzel for... See,
and Sonic has experience with friends who are orange and have two tails.
That's true. That is very true. Oh my god, yeah, he would run Floatzel.
Right.
That's good. I'm still trying to think what Min Min would use. I guess with a Dragon Arm, like, maybe we could have, like, a Dragon type. Like, because, you know, she's got that whole thing. Well, I don't want to... She wouldn't use...
Wait, did that not work?
It missed.
Okay. Let me just try that a couple more times. Oh.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay. That's the way you're going to be, Shellos.
I mean, I guess you could start chucking balls now.
Yeah.
Let's go with Ultra Balls.
I did run out of net balls, so...
Yeah, let's just go with Ultra Balls. Hey, not bad. Awesome. We finally got a Shellos! I'm really hoping that the Shellos has the ability I would like it to have. Its color and shapes differ from region to region. In the Sinnoh region, 2 types are confirmed.
I want them to make more, like, types of Shellos because of the way it words that.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see, like, green ones and yellow ones and...
Alright, so we got a male Shellos here. I remember when I had a Shellos, I named it Charybdis. But what do you got for this one?
That's a good one. Let me do a lookup real quick to make sure this makes sense.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so a little bit of a weird one here. Again, this might make more sense in my mind.
I mean, hey, like, that's what these nickname things are all about, so I don't mind.
Okay, so going with another anime here, we're gonna grab a name from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, goodness.
And we're gonna take the name Toji.
Oh?
For Toji Suzuhara.
Uh-huh.
He's the fourth child, the fourth mech pilot. Suzuhara, it can mean a few different things. Like, Suzu means bell and Hara means field. I was kind of thinking, like, field, like land, because Shellos and Gastrodon eventually become a ground type.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of like the colors of how it, like, goes with the Ava. It doesn't really line up, except that I thought of it, and I'm gonna name him
fine.
Toji.
I'm okay with this.
And I'm gonna name him Toji.
Real quick, check its summary. So we got a mild-natured with sticky hold.
Aww.
Gosh darn it. I was really hoping for Storm Drain. Especially because that's a good nature for it.
Yeah.
Oh well. You know, it is what it is. So send it to the box for now. So yeah, that pretty much, like, wraps things up here, because that was the last... Oh, there are trainers here.
Yep.
Because yeah, this is the last area that we can, like, really explore here, so if we want, we can head back to town and just kind of, like, set up for the next episode. You're running a Cherum?
Yeah.
Huh. You know, you need Sludge Bomb on your moveset, freaking Jack, seriously.
Yeah. Don't think it's gonna learn Sludge Bomb. Maybe there's a TM we can find.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can it not learn Sludge Bomb?
I'm sure it could learn it if there's a TM.
Alright, I could have sworn it learned more powerful poison moves.
Maybe it does.
Like, I think it can learn Poison Jab, too, but Poison Jab's not a good move on
Roserade.
On Roserade, because Morning Sun.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Oh, is that a healing move? Yes, it is. Oh, by the way, I think I finally found an answer to Min Min's ace Pokemon.
Okay.
She would run a Komahol.
I could see it.
Fighting type move, the whole dragon aesthetic, the fact that she has a dragon arm and all that jazz. Yeah,
okay.
I think she would run a Komahol.
Okay.
So there you have that. We can probably continue this at another time.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're probably, like, setting up for episode closure here.
Yeah.
Release.
So I think next time we'll make the trip over to Candelave City.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, like, if I believe now with the dupes clause,
there isn't even anything there.
Yeah, which again here's the thing: the duplicates clause allows us to skip a Pokemon, but it's a choice. So I think in this situation, if we want whatever Pokemon we run into there, we'll just grab. I mean, there's a Shellos possibility over there too. Maybe we can get one that has Storm Drain.
Yeah.
So that's a thought.
Do we want Iron Defense on a?
Huh. I don't know. The problem with Iron Defense is that it takes up a turn to use it, and like in a Nuzlocke, we kind of want to kill the enemy Pokemon as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, so like just because we don't have to take duplicates doesn't mean we can't take duplicates.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think that's one of those situations where like that route. Now that we've done this area, it kind of gives us a freebie.
Cool.
I believe you should be able to just finish this with the close combat.
I just want to see it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Dang, man. Alright, well, aside from that, I'm probably just gonna, like, gather the berries that are here and stuff.
Yeah, I suggest maybe running a repel just to, like, you know, just so you can go through here unimpeded.
Yeah, but I think that, yeah, that clears us for this episode. So
Alright then.
Until next time, I'm the Comic Boyle.
I'm the Green Scorpion.
And thank you for watching. Hit me up with your suggestions for characters having Pokemon.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, like, getting some suggestions. And hey, like, if you guys want to give us some ideas, like, is there a character you think would have a really good Pokemon or something like that, leave us in the comments. Later, people!